When we grow older, our skin shows various visible signs of skin aging. Nowadays, not only females, males are also conscious about their beauty, about their skin aging. We are spending a lot of money on cosmetics and different pharmaceutical products to look young. Today, we will know science behind skin aging. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Dr. Tapati's presentation. Myself, Dr. Tapati Bhanjade. I am going to discuss about different signs of skin aging, different factors responsible for skin aging in short, and what is the role of collagen in skin aging. Keep watching this video till end. I hope you will like it. Kindly like, share and subscribe this channel. Skin aging. First of all, know about different signs of skin aging. Skin aging is characterized by different features like the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, skin sagging due to loss of elasticity, laxity, thinning, a rough textured appearance and cracking. Different models are proposed to explain the molecular basis of skin aging, including the theory of cellular senescence. Senescence means it is a process by which a cell ages and permanently stops dividing but does not die. Decrease in cellular DNA repair capacity and loss of telomeres, point mutations of extranuclear mitochondrial DNA, oxidative stress, increased frequency of chromosomal abnormalities, single gene mutations, reduced sugar, chronic inflammation, and others. This aging process is accompanied with phenotypic changes in cutaneous cells as well as structural and functional changes in extracellular matrix components like collagens, elastin and glycosaminoglycans, which is shortly known as GAG. Collagen provides skin firmness or tensile strength. Elastin supplies skin elasticity and rebound. I will discuss about elastin later in a separate video. Glycosaminoglycans or GAGs keep the skin hydrated. Hyaluronic acid has the simplest structure of all glycosaminoglycans. After the age of 20, a person produces about 1% less collagen in the skin per year. As a result, the skin becomes thinner and more fragile with age. Our skin consists of three layers: epidermis, dermis, and hypodermis. The collagen fibers and elastin are present in the dermis layer. As I told you, after the age of 20, the dermis layer reduces 1% less collagen each year. You can see the figure of older skin. Here collagen fibers and elastin fibers are broken as collagen, elastin and hyaluronic acid concentration have been reduced significantly with aging. Skin loses elasticity and skin firmness, as well as it becomes dry in this aging process. This process gives our skin the appearance of roughness, uneven tone, brown patches, thin skin and deep wrinkles. The rate of aging is significantly different among different populations as well as among different anatomical sites, even within a single individual. Both intrinsic factors and extrinsic factors induce skin aging. As for example, aging of the inner side of the upper arm is mainly due to intrinsic genetic or metabolic factors, whereas exposed skin areas are additionally influenced by extrinsic factors like UV rays. Some scientists proposed that most of the effects are caused by extrinsic factors and only 3% of aging factors have intrinsic background. Now know about intrinsic factors. Intrinsic aging is a genetically determined process that occurs naturally and is affected by the degenerative effects of free radicals or reactive oxygens, hormonal shifts, and the body's inability to perfectly repair skin damage. It is an inevitable physiological process that results in thin, dry skin, fine wrinkles, and gradual dermal atrophy. 1% less collagen production per year is a natural aging process known as intrinsic aging. Whereas extrinsic aging is engendered by external environmental factors such as air pollution, smoking, poor nutrition, and sun exposure or UV light exposure, resulting in coarse wrinkles, loss of elasticity, laxity, and rough textured appearance. Long-term exposure to solar UV rays is the primary factor of extrinsic skin aging, and it is called photoaging. Under UV radiation, reactive oxygen species are produced. Reactive oxygen species play critical role in both intrinsic as well as in the extrinsic aging process. What are reactive oxygen species or free radicals? Aerobic life is completely dependent on oxygen, but some amount of inhaled oxygen is transformed to reactive oxygen species like superoxide, peroxide, hydroxyl radical, singlet oxygen, and alpha oxygen by the univalent reduction of oxygen. They easily react with other molecules in a cell, so they are highly reactive chemical molecules due to the electron acceptability of oxygen. ROS are common outcome of normal cellular metabolism of oxygen due to the leakage of electrons from the electron transport chain and by the enzyme activities of oxidoreductase like NADPase oxidase, xanthine oxidase, myeloperoxidase, cytochrome P 450 enzymes, glucose oxidase, cyclooxygenases, etc. They have important roles in cell signaling and homeostasis. Along with the UV radiation, environmental pollution, tobacco smoking, transition metals, saturated fats, ionizing radiation, stress, pesticides and insecticides, etc. accelerate the formation of reactive oxygen in our body. Reactive oxygen species reduce the production of collagen in a very complex pathway. I am trying to explain it in short. In normal condition, the activity of receptor tyrosine kinase or RTK on the cell surface is inhibited by receptor protein tyrosine phosphatase or RPTP. RPTP dephosphorylates RTK and keeps low levels of signaling, producing a normal amount of collagen. Whereas reactive oxygen species inhibit the activity of RPTP or receptor tyrosine phosphatase by binding to the catalytic sites of RPTP. It elevates the level of phosphorylated RTK and triggers downstream signaling pathways, resulting in repression of the collagen production. Antioxidants can neutralize the reactive oxygen species, hence the collagen production process can be normalized. Vitamin C is a very good example of antioxidant. So if you consume sufficient amount of vitamin C or any antioxidant compound, there will be less repression of collagen production and hence you can control skin aging process. Not only reactive oxygen species are produced by UV radiation, persistent exposure of skin to UV radiation increases DNA damage and mutations of DNA, which lead to premature aging or carcinogenesis. Using the right kind of sunblock or sunscreen can help to prevent further damage of our skin. I have given some links in the description box. You can check that for further reading. Thank you very much for watching this video. Take care. Bye bye.